Good morning, everyone. Figured I'd make this video while I am walking. I just got my new treadmill, so it's probably really loud. I have horrible balance, and I have like a long gait, I guess, even though I have like short legs. I did trip up a minute ago and completely came off this thing, but I have my safety cord on. I'm at just over almost 22 minutes in. My goal is to get 30 minutes in the morning. It's 9:33 in the morning. I worked yesterday from 1 p.m. till 8 a.m. this morning. Did not sleep well because my client did not sleep well. He has some chest congestion, and the nurse suggested not to give him a cough suppressant, to give him something to loosen up that chest congestion. So he coughed all night and was up way before he usually is. So before my 8 a.m. person, next sitter came in, he had already been up, took his vitals, got him changed, everything. So had an early morning with him. So neither of us slept very well. I got this treadmill in yesterday while I was at work. I just got it set up, super easy to set up. It's not like a great name brand. Got it off Amazon. Wasn't super cheap, but it wasn't like horribly expensive either. Whew. I'm sweating. I'm walking straight in front of the air conditioner just underneath this window with my window unit air conditioner. So I'm not as hot as I would be. I do have a fan that I'm going to start plugging in. It was plugged in here. We use a fan at night. But I unplugged it to plug in the treadmill. So I'm going to have to plug it in. There's another plug on the other side in front of me that my mini fridge is plugged into. I have a mini fridge in here because my oldest daughter is lactose intolerant, and so whenever I buy something specifically for her, I put it in this fridge. Plus I keep some things that are just mine in here, like cream cheese, yogurt, Greek yogurt, stuff like that, because the children will eat anything and everything. So I just have this mini fridge in here, and I also have like the goat CDNT shots in there as well, just so that it doesn't get heated from the kids opening the refrigerator and the other in the kitchen. Almost 25 minutes in, about 5 minutes left. I don't have to be at work again today. I do work Wednesday and Thursday from 5 to 7, and then I work from 1 to 7 on Friday, and I'm off this weekend. So my side is starting to hurt a little bit. I'm walking at 2.4 speed. I don't know what that means, but that's usually what I walk at the gym. If I do go to the gym, I used to go to the gym, but I don't anymore. But when I did, I was gonna get a gym membership, but the gym is about a 30-minute ride to either one. There's one in New Roads, there's one in Port Allen, but I'm kind of in the middle of both towns. So I decided just to spend a little money than I would and get a treadmill. That way I don't have to leave my house. Now I have purchased, so I believe, 2 used treadmills in the past. Both I paid for. They weren't free off social media. Both of them were like stored outside before I got them, and neither of them functioned properly once I got them home and tried to use them. So they were trash. I did buy a walking pad for about $150 off of Amazon, maybe a little less than a year ago. I used it a couple times. It had a remote control to it, that you use to turn it on, turn it off, power, whatever, the remote control itself stopped working. And because the treadmill was powered by that, it was the only way to change the settings and turn it on to it. The treadmill itself is trash. I changed the batteries in it, used a different power cord. The treadmill would come on with a switch, but you couldn't make it walk. It wouldn't do anything because the remote did not work. I'm not sure why, because it's always been in my bedroom, the remote and the treadmill. So that was disappointing, but I got this. I'm not wearing any shoes to walk because I don't usually wear shoes. It's hard for me to feel the bottom of my feet when I have shoes on. I'm not saying that I'll never use shoes when I'm on here, but I'm not gonna put shoes on specifically. Like, I don't wear tennis shoes on a regular basis for the most part, so I'm not going to just for walking on this treadmill. "27.5 minutes. I left my water behind me on my dresser, which I could have paused this and got off and did it, but I'm doing pretty good at this steady pace, so try to keep up with it. Before anyone comes at me, there is a Mexican flag on my wall. My husband is from Mexico. If you don't like that, then unfollow me. It is what it is. Actually, my son asked for a Mexican flag for Christmas, and they sent 2 by accident, so I hung one up in here just because there was no point in having it and it staying in the package. So almost at 29 minutes now. I am exhausted mentally as well. Just a lot going on lately with me. Nothing that I want to get into, but I'm trying not to let anything that goes on affect the fact that I'm trying to lose weight, because I'm an emotional eater, especially going through a lot of things. So I'm trying not to eat emotionally. I have not eaten today. I did drink some electrolytes in my water late last night before I went to bed, because I did not get them in during the day because I was just so busy. So I have gotten in just over 3,000 steps, 1.31 miles. My heart rate is at 122. I have burned 232 miles. I am done. Finished. Let me turn y'all around. This is what my watch says. I did have 2 screws that were not used, and I realize now that I fell off this almost multiple times that it actually goes right here. So I'm gonna get that put in. I completely, my daughter had a dentist appointment at 10 o'clock to go get her last cavity filled. The office calls if I'm late. I literally live like 2 seconds from the office, and so this is not the first time they've had a call and be like, "Hey, are you still coming?" And then I was like, "Yes." And she's like, "Can you be here like by 11?" Yes. So she was still asleep. The two little girls are in school. Yesterday was the first day of like summer school. They had like an after school program from after school till like 5, and they go to that. It gives them time to do like schoolwork or extra practice doing things that they need to learn. Maybe if they're struggling with something, they have that. But then they do fun things like crafting and karate and stuff like that. And then on Fridays, they will have field trips every weekend. I think it's like for 3 weeks. Some kids do go to this program like if they need to make up for days missed or to make up grades, but they're going voluntarily. But I forgot to remind them that they had school yesterday, and then I didn't get off work until 8, and I had went to a local church who gives out summer food. They have a program where they give out 7 frozen dinners, 7 breakfasts, and juice and snacks and stuff for the week. And they do that every Monday. They have a pickup after school ends. And so I went there. Then I came home and I was gonna bring them to school, but neither of them were ready to go to school. They had just woke up and it was after 9 a.m. So I told them, if I have to struggle to get you up to get on this bus for school, you're not going to summer school to have this voluntary school time, because I'm not about to stress out about it. This morning my son did have them up and ready for school before they were supposed to be outside the bus, because I guess they didn't go yesterday. The bus didn't even come down our street this morning. So once again, I had to come home after work at 8 a.m. and then I brought them to school. And I let the lady at the office know that the bus did not come down the street because my kids were outside at like just after 7 a.m. And the bus didn't pass till, it didn't pass yesterday till like 8:35. No, 7:35. And so they were outside like 20 minutes early. Anyways, I'm waiting for my oldest daughter to get out. She was in the bathroom. I just now got the reminder text that she had an appointment today. And that's the second text that I got. Instead of sending it to me before 10 a.m., it's 10:16, and I just got both reminders for her appointment. Instead of getting it yesterday and early this morning, I got them both after she's already late. So that's how that office works, apparently, because it's not the first time that they've sent me a notification after I was already there or after I was already late. But I'm sure she's in there brushing her teeth. I went and I visited my mom this weekend, and I got off work Saturday at 7. I got to my mama's before 9 p.m. and then I got back home Sunday at 4, and then I went to work from 7 till 8 yesterday morning, and then I went back to work at 1 p.m. yesterday, and I got off this morning at 8. So long hours. I do not work today, thank God. So Sophia is here in the car with me now, and we will head to the dentist office. My current weight, also currently ovulating, so I'm feeling a little bit bloated today. So I just got these plates. I got 2 of these long plates from the thrift store. I think it's Noritake Cookware or something. I did have like a wooden cutting board that I purchased offline that's specifically for steaks. I got that whenever I was carnivore back in August, but it had split or something. The wood was separated in the middle and I didn't notice it until I guess whenever I had went to clean it after I ate, because the juice from the steak was all over the table. So now I have these cute dishes. It is my bedtime. I got over 10,000 steps today. I had made 2 burger patties for lunch, and I did not eat. Well, I guess it was like after lunch. I had a steak for like early lunch, and then I had 2 burger patties that I made. But after eating like 2 or 3 bites of it, I couldn't eat anymore, so I put it in the fridge for later. It's like the longer that I'm on carnivore, the less hungry I am, and I was still very full after having that steak earlier today. So I'm very happy to have this new treadmill that I've got. I have my alarm clock set for 6 a.m. every morning, and I plan on getting up and walking for at least 30 minutes in the morning. And at the end of the day, if I don't have my 10,000 steps, then I will get back on it and I will complete out my day with 10,000 steps. And some days I might get more, but my goal is to never get less than 10,000. So as you saw, it is 9 o'clock. That is my bedtime. So it's time for me to settle down. Thanks for watching, everybody. Y'all be blessed. Bye.